invented moves that have now been implemented by humans
Right.
in a very complex game that they never thought that AI was going to be able to be because it requires so much creativity.
Right. Art, though, we're not quite there, but we will be there. And by 2029, it will match any person.
That's it? 2029. That's just a few years away.
Yeah, but I'm actually considered conservative. People think that will happen like next year or the year after. But I actually said that in 1999. I said we would match any person by 2029, so 30 years. People thought that was totally crazy. And in fact, Stanford had a conference. They invited several hundred people from around the world to talk about my prediction. And people came in, and they...
What you've just seen is a sneak peek of the latest content from JRE Clips. Stay with us because we'll be showing you the full clip at the conclusion of this video. Before we get to that, we're eager to share our insights with you. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more content like the one you just previewed. We're looking forward to your thoughts in the comments section below, and we will be engaging in the conversation with you. The notion that artificial intelligence will achieve human-level intelligence by 2029, as professed by Ray Kurzweil, is a topic that sparks debate amongst technologists and the general public alike. Kurzweil, known for his predictions on the future of AI, remains a towering figure in the field, underscoring the significance of exponential growth in technological advancement. As a firm advocate of innovation and freedom of speech, the stance of Elon Musk, who champions the responsible progression of AI, casts an interesting light on Kurzweil's forecast. While Musk warns of the potential perils of unbridled AI development, he also propels the technology forward with ventures like Neuralink, seeking to bridge the human-AI gap. Kurzweil's prediction is not unfounded. The rapid acceleration of AI capabilities, particularly in complex games requiring creativity, is a testament to the exponential trend. The achievement in such games, often misconstrued as narrowly defined tasks, actually encompasses a vast array of pattern recognition and strategic thinking facets that are quintessentially human. The skepticism that greeted Kurzweil's initial 1999 prophecy is gradually waning as milestones previously relegated to the distant future are surpassed. Economists and laypeople alike, often guided by linear perspectives, struggle to grasp this rapid scaling. As AI continues to double in capacity, we witness a straight-line projection on logarithmic scales. Kurzweil's reliance on historical data, such as the consistent exponential curve in the price-performance of computation from 1939 onwards, adds empirical weight to his argument. Historically, such data has paved the way for Moore's law, which has held remarkably true but now faces physical limitations. Yet AI's growth is interdisciplinary, not solely tied to transistor density, which suggests that the curve could continue through other technological advances. While confidence in AI reaching human intelligence within this time frame is growing, one must also consider the ethical and societal implications. The debate on regulations and control mechanisms is integral as AI's creative and cognitive capacities burgeon. Preserving human values and freedoms in the wake of such profound change is critical. Taken together, Kurzweil's prediction is more than a speculative statement. It's a call to action to prepare for a future that may arrive sooner than we anticipate. With visionaries like Musk leading the charge and fostering dialogue around AI's trajectory, society can hope to harness AI's potential while safeguarding fundamental freedoms and human dignity.
AI's invented moves that have now been implemented by humans
Right.
in a very complex game that they never thought that AI was going to be able to be because it requires so much creativity.
Right. Art, though, we're not quite there, but we will be there. And by 2029, it will match any person.
That's it? 2029. That's just a few years away.
But I'm actually considered conservative. People think that will happen like next year or the year after. But I actually said that in 1999. I said we would match any person by 2029, so 30 years. People thought that was totally crazy. And in fact, Stanford had a conference. They invited several hundred people from around the world to talk about my prediction. And people came in, and people thought that this would happen, but not by 2029. They thought it would take 100 years.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that, but I think people are amending those. Is it because human beings have a very difficult time grasping the concept of exponential growth?
That's exactly right. In fact, still economists have a linear view. And if you say, well, it's going to grow exponentially, they say, yeah, but maybe 2% a year. It actually doubles in 14 years. And I brought a chart I can show you that really illustrates this.
Is this chart available online so we could show people?
Yeah, it's in the book.
But is it available online, that chart, where Jamie could pull it up and someone could see it? Just so the folks watching the podcast could see it too. But I can just hold it up to the camera.
Pull it up on the pictures they sent. What's it called? What's the title of it?
It says price performance of computation 1939 to 2023.
I have that.
You have it. Okay, great. Jamie already has it. Yeah, the climb is insane. It's like the San Juan Mountains.
What's interesting is that that's an exponential curve, and a straight line represents exponential growth. And that's an absolute straight line for 80 years. The very first point, this is the speed of computers, it was 0.0000007 calculations per second per constant dollar. The last point is 35 billion calculations per second. So that's a 20 quadrillion-fold increase in those 80 years. But the speed with which it gained is actually the same throughout the entire 80 years. Because if it was sometimes better and sometimes worse, this curve would bend. It would bend up, bend down. It's really very much a straight line. So the speed with which we increased it was the same regardless of the technology used. And the technology was radically different at the beginning versus the end, and yet it increased the speed exactly the same for 80 years. In fact, the first 40 years, nobody even knew this was happening. So it's not like somebody was in charge and saying, okay, next year we have to get to here, and people would try to match that. We didn't even